Reporter Jake Sherman, who always manages to find sources inside the room during Republican meetings, reported today that in his meeting with House Republicans, Donald Trump said, "Milwaukee, where we are having our convention, is a horrible city." That is, of course, what Donald Trump says about cities where black people live, and especially cities with black mayors.
Donald Trump wants to talk about things that he thinks are horrible. All of us lived through his presidency, so right back at you, buddy. I'd say that. Look, obviously Donald Trump is wrong about something yet again. I find it kind of perplexing. I find it kind of strange that he would insult the largest city in Wisconsin because he's running for president. He obviously wants to win Wisconsin, win the election. And so to insult the state that's hosting your convention, I think is kind of bizarre, actually. It's kind of unhinged in a way, especially considering the fact that in Milwaukee, there are about 50,000 Republicans who live right here in the city. So you're calling their home horrible. I mean, I don't quite understand that.
In 2020, Joe Biden received 194,661 votes in the city of Milwaukee, and Donald Trump received 48,414 votes in Milwaukee. Joe Biden won the state of Wisconsin by 20,682 votes. For Donald Trump to win Wisconsin this time, he would have to get more votes than he got last time. Even he should understand that. And apparently Donald Trump thinks the way to do that is to lie about the biggest city in Wisconsin. Joining our discussion now is Democratic Congresswoman Moore of Wisconsin. She represents Milwaukee. She's a member of the most powerful committee in the House of Representatives, the Ways and Means Committee. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. What was your reaction when you heard what Donald Trump said about your congressional district?
Well, thanks for having me, Lawrence. I saw your segment with Nancy Pelosi, Speaker Emeritus Nancy Pelosi earlier, and she got it just right. That this was a really great example of projection. Donald Trump is projecting on the city of Milwaukee is horrible things that really pertain to his own character. I mean, he's a horrible person. It's not just these 34 felony counts, but he's a sexual assaulter, and there are 54 more counts out against him for really trying to undermine our elections and undermine and really inspiring an insurrection. So he's a horrible person. And Lawrence, I'll just have to say this. The mayor of Milwaukee has worked very, very hard with all of the Republicans there in town to make sure that this convention is successful and has all the resources that it needs. I personally hounded the appropriators, both Democrats and Republicans, to increase the security budget by another $25 million to make sure that the delegates would be safe and have a good time in Milwaukee. And to have this slap in the face and to have called us horrible is a disgrace, and it shows this extreme ingratitude. The selection committee chose Milwaukee for all of the reasons that we love Milwaukee. It's a great place on a great lake. We have a vibrant business community. It's a very diverse community, and Wisconsinites and Milwaukeeans are very, very friendly. And so I'm disappointed. And more than that, Lawrence, all of his sycophants and apologists, that's even worse than Donald Trump calling it horrible. People making excuses, never our delegation in particular, Brian Stow, Van Orden, Senator Johnson, making excuses for him rather than recognizing that he is the one that's horrible, not our great city.
Yeah, you make such a great point about the host cities always, not just Milwaukee, but every host city to conventions of either party always goes all out. It is very common for those big cities to be democratically run by Democratic Party politicians. That's very common because most big cities do have Democratic electorates in it. And no matter how many Republican conventions come to Democratic cities, they always get the same support.
Absolutely. And we've gone way out of our way to be helpful and to be friendly. And we will continue to do that despite his horrible comments about our great city. I just want to say this. A few weeks ago, I had a meeting with our police chief. And, you know, crime has gone down all over America. And we're really proud of the fact that crimes like murder and rape have gone down in double digits. And one of the biggest problems we have in Milwaukee right now, you know, and I'm, you know, not poo-pooing it, but it's reckless driving. And again, I don't know many people in Milwaukee who have 34 felony counts against them.
Well, Donald
So our
Trump,
crime rate sure is going to go up when he joins us in Milwaukee.
there you go.
July.
Oh, that's right. You know, they had to find a city where Donald Trump wasn't facing indictment, so Milwaukee was on the list. Representative Gwen Moore, thank you very much for joining us tonight.
Thanks for having me.